So, for example, staffing industry. You have recruiters that are placing candidates at a variety of different companies. All right, so they're third party going out finding candidates to place at these companies. Well, one of the motivations for success for that recruiter who's working with multiple companies, placing candidates everywhere, is to get more job opportunity, to get more feedback from the hiring manager, to really interact with that hiring manager. And that interaction is sometimes a struggle to get the hiring manager to commit to do. So, in that example, if a digital worker or the AI was just to schedule the interview with the hiring manager, that human recruiter would now lose a key piece of what makes them successful in their job.
Okay,
So,
so I'm gonna jump in here for really quickly. That's a fabulous example for the fact that we sometimes think as these activities as activities to automate, and we don't fully think through the nuances that happen either around the activity or through that activity. And I mean, you give a fabulous example. I usually talk about PowerPoint presentations, that you can have AI do the PowerPoint presentation, but I know that I build a story in my mind as I work through the PowerPoint presentation. So if
totally.
AI does it, did I get the story? Am I even understanding that, what the story is that I'm trying to build? And that's a really fabulous example. So take me to the next step, because we're not telling the recruiter to keep doing the scheduling just because it's an opportunity to talk to the hiring manager.
We could be like, so we call that missing piece, and that's the piece that I fundamentally think people miss when thinking about how do we orchestrate this. We call that the motivation for success. Like, what is the motivation for success for that job, for that recruiter, especially in the staffing industry world? They need that interaction with the hiring manager. They need to have the conversation because they're going to get so much more done in that conversation than simply scheduling the interview. So if you take that part away from them, how do they get that? And then how do they fulfill the success criteria that they need from having that conversation?